Cleburne County Deputies had a busy weekend with back-to-back high-speed chases along Interstate 20.
Regional Medical Center is reorganizing its two main hospitals, and Jacksonville gets a grant to build a gazebo. We'll have these stories and more.
Wind is the word weather-wise across East Alabama for the next day or so. We'll talk about the windy weather and also the chance of rainfall coming to East Alabama. All of that in our forecast coming up.
Coming up in sports, it's spring break, so there's a lot of tournaments taking place this week. We're going to preview the next day ahead as EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wedowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
Two high-speed chases in Cleburne County on Interstate 20 in the pre-dawn hours of Saturday morning resulted in two arrests, one suspect in critical condition after being shot by police, one injured deputy, and several heavily damaged vehicles. The first incident began shortly after midnight when a police officer from Tallapoosa, Georgia, chased a fugitive driving a Dodge 3500 truck across the state line. According to Cleburne County Chief Deputy Patrick Nolan, the driver of the truck intentionally struck the Tallapoosa unit at the 210-mile marker on Interstate 20 and then fled the area. Cleburne County deputies were searching the area for that truck when one of them spotted it near the intersection of Highway 9 and I-20. The fugitive tried several times to strike the deputy's vehicle with his truck, and the chase continued on I-20 eastbound. The truck driver shifted into reverse and struck the deputy's patrol unit, disabling both vehicles around the 200-mile marker. Officers from the Sheriff's Department and the Heflin Police Department placed the suspect under arrest. He's been identified as 34-year-old David Thomas Horner of Temple, Georgia. He's being held in the Cleburne County Jail, charged with 2 counts of attempted murder, 2 counts of criminal mischief, and felony eluding. Other charges are pending as well as fugitive from justice warrants. The deputy involved in the crash was taken to Regional Medical Center in Anniston for evaluation, and he is expected to make a full recovery.
As Cleburne County deputies were finishing up their work on the first case, the department received a call around 2 a.m. that another chase was entering into Cleburne County on I-20 from the Calhoun County line. Deputies were told that the driver of a dark-colored Chrysler with Georgia tags had also been firing shots at law enforcement during the pursuit. This chase had begun in the Birmingham area, where Hoover and Vestavia police received a 911 call about a man outside shooting an AR-style gun. The chase involved several agencies, including the St. Clair County Sheriff's Department. During the course of the pursuit, the suspect allegedly shot at the police officers who were chasing him. A Cleburne County deputy and a Heflin police officer were able to successfully spike the car at the 199-mile marker. The vehicle continued to travel into Georgia, where it became disabled around the 3-mile marker. At that point, gunshots were exchanged, and the suspect, identified as 29-year-old Marcus Andrew Eddy of Lithonia, Georgia, was wounded and is currently in critical condition at a local hospital. Investigators found a handgun near Eddy and an assault rifle inside his car. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation will conduct an independent review of the case since it involved local police shooting at a suspect. Once complete, the case file will be given to the Haralson County District Attorney's Office for review.
And when we come back, we'll learn about a new gazebo being planned for Jacksonville.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
A small lake located between the Public Safety Complex and Walmart in Jacksonville is about to get a big boost thanks to a corporate gift. Jacksonville Police Chief Marcus Wood secured a $50,000 grant from T-Mobile to build a gazebo at the man-made lake, which is encircled by a walking track and frequented by fishermen. Phil Shaver and his son Logan Prickett tried fishing at the pond for the first time on Monday. He said the site is convenient for the pair because it's easy for Logan, who also hunts and skydives, to access. The grant is part of a larger initiative for the mobile phone company, which is investing $25 million in 500 rural communities as part of its hometown program. A statement of the company's website says that it's using the program to partner with small towns led by people who want to increase technology in small communities, create walking trails, and revitalize historic buildings. A statement provided by the city said the design of the new structure will soon be decided, but already the city has invested in the property, stocking it with fish and hosting fishing events for children. Chief Wood was not available for comment Monday, but in a statement prepared by the city, he previously said, quote, "We wanted to give everyone a place to rest and enjoy themselves while they were at the park, and the hometown grant was a great place to make it happen." Jacksonville is one of 275 communities in 46 states to receive a grant through the program. The company awards 25 grants each quarter to towns with a population of less than 50,000.
And when we come back, 2 local hospitals will be reorganizing their services this year to give patients better care.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
The RMC Health System, which operates both Regional Medical Center and Stringfellow Memorial Hospital, has announced a plan to further integrate the 2 institutions in an effort to enhance patient care, increase the ease of access, and optimize operations. That move will change the way the system uses the Stringfellow campus, according to a news release from RMC. The transition is expected to take place over the course of this year. According to the release, one goal is to retain all current Stringfellow staff members and facilitate their transition to roles in the RMC health system. If an employee chooses to pursue a new career path, RMC will provide support and guidance to that staff member. The second goal is to transfer current inpatient services from Stringfellow to RMC's main campus for improved centralized care. RMC President Louis Bass says that the transition is about putting patients first and ensuring that everyone has the access to the care they need. Stringfellow will continue providing care through its emergency and surgical departments until the transition is complete. Bass says that current patients should keep their appointments and will be contacted regarding any future scheduling changes. RMC has a total of 338 inpatient beds at its Northeast Alabama Regional Medical Center campus and an additional 125 beds on the Stringfellow campus. The system also includes several outpatient facilities, urgent care, and specialty clinics. RMC has more than 1,900 employees, 300 volunteers, and more than 200 physicians. Well, what did you think about the weather today? Pretty nice.
Today, the weather was really great. This past weekend, it was beautiful, but man, that wind.
Yes.
It was so cold. So maybe that wind will move out and the sunshine will stay.
Wouldn't that be nice? Although I'm afraid we might have a little change in that plan. Let's go and ask John Holder in the EAN Weather Center what we can expect for the next couple of days.
Mike and Katie, once we get past tomorrow, the weather is much better for the rest of the work week and into the Easter weekend. We'll have the complete forecast for all of East Alabama next.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Temperatures today across East Alabama about where they should be. A mix of clouds and sunshine today. The high at 68 degrees. The low this morning, a warm 51 degrees. Our record high temperature 88 in 2007. The record low was the next year in 2008 at 28 degrees. The sun rising tomorrow morning at 6:38 and the sun setting now at just 1 minute before 7 o'clock tonight. Speaking of tonight, weather on your street, it is going to be not a pleasant night all across East Alabama. Druid Hills Road over in the Golden Springs area of Anniston, a wind advisory tonight after midnight. Rainfall comes into the forecast. It will be mild overnight with a low only at 58. We'll be in the 60s for most of the evening hours tonight, and those winds will be pretty terrible out there. We're talking 25 to 35 mile per hour winds gusting as high as 40 to 45 overnight tonight. So batten down the hatches with this wind advisory in effect until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. As we roll into tomorrow, out on Country Club Drive in the city of Gadsden, more wind and we'll add rain into the mix. Still very warm, 69 for the high tomorrow, but especially the first part of the day, you see this wind up here. That wind's going to continue to be 25 to 40 miles per hour at times. Throw in the rain tomorrow, and it is not going to be a very pleasant commute into work and school tomorrow. As we take a look at the rest of the week, though, better weather in the forecast starting on Wednesday and all the way through the end of the week. Lots of sunshine, temperatures mainly in the 70s out on Mountain View Road in Alexandria. Get ready for some very pleasant spring weather to close out the month of March. Here's the 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama. You'll see a 100% chance of rain tomorrow. The good news is we think most of this is going to be out of here by lunchtime or early afternoon. Maybe some sunshine later on in the day. And then look at this stretch of nice weather coming up. 72 on Wednesday. Bit of a cool down Thursday, dropping back down to 65, but we're back in the 70s on Friday, mid to upper 70s in the forecast for Saturday, and it looks like we're going to hit 80 degrees once again on Easter Sunday. Our next chance of rain after tomorrow, not until Monday of next week, but the temperatures remain very high in the upper 70s, about 8 to 10 degrees above the average for this time of year. There will be some severe weather in parts of Alabama, but not here in East Alabama. You see the severe weather threat mainly southwest of Tuscaloosa, back over into Mississippi. There's a slight risk, a marginal risk even, of severe weather in the Birmingham metro area or on the I-65 corridor. But for us here in East Alabama, we don't expect anything, just gusty winds. That has nothing to do with thunderstorms. That's what we call gradient winds, 25 to 40 miles per hour at times. Some heavy rainfall, maybe 1 to 2 inches of rainfall after midnight tonight, between midnight and about 12 noon tomorrow. But again, the timing on this, we do not expect even that line of showers and thunderstorms that's going to come through here to arrive until probably early tomorrow morning. We'll have some rainfall here, but the bulk of our rainfall is going to be in the early morning hours, as we said, the commute into work. And those of you who have school and don't have spring break this week, it might be a very wet and windy trip into school and work coming up tomorrow. I will be back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We'll detail the forecast for the day tomorrow. Also, I'll be back here tomorrow night with EAN Local News. We'll have the complete forecast for the rest of the work week for all of East Alabama. In the midst of all this weather, they're trying to squeeze in the Choccolocca Experience baseball event taking place at Choccolocca Park in Oxford. And Namath Pitts is on top of it right now in sports. Namath?
Thanks, John. It's spring break, and we have a lot of teams that are playing at Choccolocca Park, but we have one team that has traveled down south. Let's go ahead and take a look at the games taking place for tomorrow. We're going to preview games for tomorrow due to early start times for Coach Zach Welch and the Alexandria Valley Cubs. Tomorrow, they will be playing at McGill-Tulane High School, but they will be playing against Baldwin County. That is right. Alexandria will be playing Baldwin County tomorrow at McGill-Tulane. They will also play tomorrow. They're going to play 2 games. They will also play one of the top teams in Class 6A, currently the number 3 team in the latest ASWA rankings, and that is Saraland. So Coach Zach Welch and the Alexandria Valley Cubs are going to play Baldwin County, and they're going to play Saraland tomorrow down south. Also tomorrow, Coach Kyle Parrish and the Ohatchee Indians they're on spring break. They're going to head north, though, to Fife High School, where Ohatchee will go head-to-head with the Red Devils of Fife out of class. This is Class 3A, non-area versus non-area. All right, also this week, tomorrow, this game's going to be at Cleburne County. It's an area game for both teams. Cleburne County will host Jacksonville tomorrow. This is an area game again tomorrow at Cleburne County as Coach Edwards and Jacksonville travel to Cleburne County. Also tomorrow, it's 2A versus 2A. It's an area game, and it is Woodland on the road at Ranburne. This game's at Ranburne, and again, this is an area game in Class 2A as Woodland is on the road at Ranburne. Also tomorrow night, Dalton Turner and the Pleasant Valley Raiders, they played yesterday at Choccolocca Park. They continue tomorrow night. They will be on BB1 Field at 7:40 p.m. where they will go head-to-head against Ardmore. So that is the logo for Ardmore. Also playing tomorrow at 7:40 p.m. on the BB Fields. This will be BB2. It is Hoax Bluff versus White Plains. So Blake Jennings and the White Plains Wildcats will play Hoax Bluff tomorrow. That game will be on the BB2 field at Choccolocca Park and be a part of the Spring Experience Tournament. It is also spring break tournaments taking place for softball teams. We have some that are traveling, some down south, some up north, others all around, some at JSU, some at Choccolocca Park. Needless to say, there's a lot, so let's go ahead and take a look at the preview for tomorrow. Let's start with this one, which is down south. So it's not just Zach Welch and the Valley Cubs baseball team that's down south. It's also the softball team that's down south. Coach Hess's team is at Robertsdale High School, where they will play against Macon County, Tennessee. So you may not be familiar with that, but that is Macon County, Tennessee. That is who Alexandria is going to play tomorrow in their first game. Their second game tomorrow is also going to be down south. Again, a couple Tennessee teams making the trip to the south of Alabama. I guess they wanted to go to the beach. Coach Hess's second game tomorrow at Robertsdale will be against Columbia Central out of Tennessee. So Coach Hess's team playing 2 Tennessee teams, but this is Robertsdale down in Baldwin County, Alabama, and that's where Alexandria is going to be playing tomorrow. Now, there's a couple local games tomorrow at Jacksonville State University at JSU's field. Coach Poe and the Ohatchee Indians are going to go head-to-head with the Purple Devils of Ragland. This game will be at Jacksonville State. Ohatchee will also play the Hornets of Ider tomorrow. This game will be at Jacksonville State University. So doubleheader for Ohatchee. They play Ragland and Ider. Also playing a doubleheader tomorrow at Jack State is Coach Ashley and the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. And their first game tomorrow will be against, that is not Piedmont with a red logo, that is Pisgah, the Eagles. So Pisgah makes the trip to Jacksonville State tomorrow, where they will play the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Now, Coach Ashley's second game at Jacksonville State tomorrow will be against the Panthers of Spring Garden, one of the top teams in Class 1A. So it's a doubleheader at Jacksonville State tomorrow for the Jacksonville Golden Eagles softball team as they play Pisgah and Spring Garden. Also tomorrow, this game will be at Cleburne County. Randolph County Class 3A will make the trip to Cleburne County to face the Tigers of Class 4A. This is a non-area game. The final game tomorrow for softball is an area game, and it will feature the Woodland Bobcats on the road at Ranburne. Again, this is Class 2A softball action, and it is an area game at Ranburne. There's only one soccer game taking place tomorrow, so let's go ahead and take a look at the matchup. And it is going to feature the Jacksonville Golden Eagles and the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Little Calhoun County tournament preview. Two teams that are in the same area, and they're going to be competing tomorrow in an area game at Jacksonville at the high school. There'll be both boys and girls action as the Oxford Yellow Jackets are on the road at Jacksonville. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for that update, Namath, and thank you for watching us today.
You can find us here online every weekday on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or our website. Go to the platform of your choice, and you can always watch our news, sports, and weather content whenever it's convenient for you.
We'll see you back here Tuesday for your news on your schedule.